Hi everyone, it's story time again. Today's story is Sammy Spider's first Yom Kippur. You know, Yom Kippur comes after Rosh Hashanah, and it is a time when we pray and we say sorry for things that we've done during the year that were not so good. This is written by Sylvia A. Roos and illustrated by Catherine Janice Kahn. Sammy Spider's first Yom Kippur. It's about saying, I'm sorry. Sammy Spider was relaxing in his web on the Shapiro's living room ceiling. Suddenly, Josh burst through the front door, blowing a horn he had made at school. Sammy jumped at the loud noise. "Mother!" shouted Sammy. "What is Josh blowing?" "That's a shofar, Sammy. The rabbi blows a shofar at Rosh Hashanah services to welcome the new year. The shofar is also sounded at the end of Yom Kippur. "What's Yom Kippur?" Sammy asked. Yom Kippur is a holy day when people tell each other they are sorry for saying or doing something hurtful. On Yom Kippur, Josh's family will spend the day in synagogue praying. Mr. and Mrs. Shapiro won't eat anything until services are over at the end of the day. "Will we go to synagogue too?" asked Sammy. And silly little Sammy, spiders don't go to synagogue. Spiders spin webs, answered Mrs. Spider. Josh placed his little shofar under the honey dish next to the family's large curvy shofar. And here's his. "Can I have a shofar to blow?" pleaded Sammy. Mrs. Spider laughed. "Silly little Sammy, spiders don't blow shofars. Spiders spin webs." Sammy lowered himself on a strand of webbing to get a closer look at the shofar when Mrs. Shapiro asked Josh, "How was school today?" "I have homework," Josh said. "My teacher wants us to make a list of all the people we should apologize to before Yom Kippur. Will you help me write the list?" "We'll do it after dinner," Mrs. Shapiro suggested. "While I set the table, why don't you put your toys away? Your ball belongs outside." Josh picked up his ball. He bounced it on the floor, and Sammy scrambled up his web as the ball came towards him. Josh dribbled the ball a few more times and bounced it even harder. Sammy's web began to shake. He felt like he was on a trampoline. I don't know if Josh is supposed to be doing that. Mr. and Mrs. Shapiro rushed in to see what the noise was. As Josh's ball took a final bounce, it hit a shelf, knocking the honey dish to the floor, and Sammy's web snapped loose. Wow. "What happened?" his parents asked. Josh looked frightened. I was playing ball and it hit the shelf. It was an accident. I didn't mean to do it," he said. As he spoke, he noticed two little spiders scurrying away. Mr. Shapiro looked at Josh sternly. Oh, his father was not very happy. "Don't you remember the rules? The ball is an outside toy." Josh nodded tearfully. "Then please take it outside and get a broom," his dad said. I think they want him to clean up the mess he made. And I can see in Josh's face that he's not feeling very happy either. He knows he did something wrong. Sammy and Mrs. Spider climbed back up to the ceiling and began spinning themselves a new web. Josh swept the glass from the floor and gently replaced the shofars on the shelf. Mrs. Shapiro looked at Josh. "Now please pick up your toys so we can have dinner. Then we can work on the list of people you want to apologize to before Yom Kippur. As Josh hurried to put his toys away, he looked up at the ceiling. The two spiders were busy spinning a web right over here. He noticed that he broke their web and now they're spinning a new one. After dinner, Josh sat on the couch with his parents. Mrs. Shapiro was holding a notepad and a pen. "Who is first on your list?" she asked. Josh looked at his parents. "Both of you," he whispered sadly. "I'm sorry I didn't put away my toys when you asked me. I'm sorry I played ball in the house when I knew I shouldn't. And I'm sorry I broke the honey dish and knocked the shofars off the shelf." Josh's parents gave him a hug. "We accept your apology," they said. "There's one more thing I want to add to the list," said Josh, looking up. Who do you think he wants to say sorry to? "I'm sorry I broke your web, little spiders." Oh, that's very nice. Sammy looked at his mother and smiled. "I think we should accept his apology," he said. And of course they did, because Josh was truly sorry for what he did. I hope you enjoyed the story and have a great day.